What's up, everybody? It is another episode of Level Up and Laugh with Larry and Leo. We are here to help you level up and to help you laugh. My name is Larry. This is brother Leo. Leo, what's up?
Hey, man. It's another day, another episode, same clothes.
Same jacket. Same jacket from season 1. Yes.
The jacket helps to let me know that I'm not getting too fat, because once the jacket starts getting tight, then you know I gotta get right. Okay?
Good Lord.
I gotta start eating right.
And you can see getting tight. I'm needing a new haircut, but you know, that will probably happen at the end of the week. Anyways, if you want to be a vibe,
subscribe. I need some auto-tune. Subscribe.
And we back with the Daystar disaster. And apparently, Joni Lamb done faked her way to the bestseller list on New York Times. I didn't even know she wrote a book. She don't seem like the book writing type.
Bruh. Look. Not everybody has something to say that other people care about. And a lot of people want to be an author, but you ain't got nothing to say.
You ain't got no word in you. Ain't got no word.
And what happens is your publisher may have agreed to publish it with an agreement that you're going to buy X amount. And because you bought X amount within that period of time, and who knows, maybe the ministry bought it so they could give it away as a free gift. You know, for your donation of X amount, you get a free gift of...
What was the name of the book?
I don't even want to know, bro. We ain't giving that no free advertising. If y'all really want to know the name of the book, you can go research it. But that's what it is. They brought all those books and they were going to unload them to the people that were supporters, subscribers, partners, and that's how you work your way into, or buy your way into, a bestseller. It's not because people want to hear what you have to say. It's not because you're making an impact in their lives. And this book is just, let's just say, it's not chicken soup for the soul. Neither is it purpose-driven life. Right, people ain't running out to get that.
Purpose-driven life, that's the goal right there. Yo, they all wish they was Rick Warren. You ain't Rick, baby. Rick had that sauce, boy. He was like, that was like he changed the game with writing books, bro. When he put that out, it was like, they said the only book that sold, the only other hard book copy that sold as much books is the Bible.
Ricky right there, bro. After you did good when other people start taking part of your title to put it on theirs. The purpose-driven marriage, the purpose-driven. A
few church plants call themselves a purpose-driven church.
Yep, bro. You know what? That was the tagline back then. And you were doing the little guide, and you reading the book. I had a good friend of mine, him and his girlfriend, who's now his wife, of, I want to say 12 years, 15 years, something like that. They did that together. They were like, oh, we're going to do the workbook together, and then we're going to read. We each have a copy of the book. We're reading the book. It was like, it really went viral before social media.
And he wrote it very well. Yo, he said, I remember watching an interview of him. He said that he could have bought a small island.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I put my preacher voice on. Oh yeah.
But yo, this is how I respect him though. He said, We didn't change our house. We kept the same house. He said, I kept the same pickup truck. That's when you know you a baller. See? He's like, my flex is the fact I don't
change. That's the level of flex that, like, so
that's that Bill Gates flex. That Bill Gates flex where I'm the richest man on earth, but I'm in a t-shirt and ripped jeans getting a hot dog in Seattle.
And again, we've said this before in the pod, and we'll say it again. Money makes you more of what you are. It don't change you, bruh. It makes you more of what you are.
Because if you are selfish, Warren Buffett, same thing. Never changed his house.
Oh yeah.
Same house. Just
he did some renovations though. He did some renovations, but the same house. Same house.
And you know he owns like a few islands somewhere. He
got other real estate. But money just makes you more of what you are. And when you lack of funds contains the level of selfishness that you could have, right? Because you're going to need others. So you're going to have to be more generous to others than you otherwise would be.
Speaking of generous, bro even started reverse tithing.
Oh, yeah. 90%. You give him 90%. He living off the 10.
Of flex. Level of flex.
He living off the 10.
I'm good.
I might need to make that my next goal in life. By 65, by 60, I got 20 years to get this done. To be living off the 10. Living off the 10 is nice.
Like God said, he's like, it's straight, God. I'll get just tithe to me. I'll give you the rest.
That's a serious flex.
Super flex.
But when you like, this is when books were books. Books were books, bro. Like, you would make great money off books. You would spend like $25, $35, $45.
Back when books were books, movies were movies, albums were albums,
and sin was sin. Yo, it was like, and he was getting a percent of every copy sold. And they were selling millions of copies.
I think
he probably easily made 70 million, 100 plus million.
But you got to remember,
he's still getting the residuals right now.
You got to he'll eat off that for the rest of his life. You had the book, then you had the workbook, and then you had probably the DVDs, and then
did he write The Purpose Driven Church? Somebody wrote The Purpose Driven Church.
He did. Yeah, he wrote The Purpose Driven Church, which is also massive.
Oh, pastors were flocking to that, boy. Every minister, youth pastor. Oh, yeah.
His church, bro. His church was massive. He was like the godfather of the mega church.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Rick, respect. Let's get back to this mess.
Joni, ain't nobody with all due respect, respectfully, I don't think enough people knew enough about your story to be interested in your story.
At all.
So you weren't going to organically sell that enough books to be New York Times bestseller. Let me just do my quick Googles to see how much you have to sell within what amount of time to become a New York Times bestseller.
And also letting y'all know this is a reaction to a reaction, because Laura Lynn, we respect, but your video is kind of long. We can't really find what we're trying to get to. We tapping in with Social Fire.
Shout out to my brother on Social Fire, man. Your
brother
stuff
Lee,
funny.
We might need to do a little collabo. Here, listen.
That brother first name is Rock.
You know, and he knows who we are. He knows about. We got some mutual connections. So, Brother Leach, we might need to do a little collab live. What y'all think in the chat? Y'all want to see us do a little collab live?
Brother Leach, I love the sound effects. I love whoever your editor is. If it's you or your team, they do a great job. No shade to our editors. No shade. So to be a New York Times bestseller, a typical book needs to sell between 5 to 10,000 copies in a single week. So that's it. So 5,000 copies.
Low bar.
Low bar. That's a lot of copies. 5,000?
5,000 copies in 1 week?
Yeah. So if she went and bought out 5,000 copies at $20, what is that? Put that zero at the end. That's $100,000.
You know who the top man? We're gonna start name dropping. My favorite author is probably Malcolm Gladwell. Like, bro,
don't bring in my boy Malcolm Gladwell with the fro. Oh my goodness!
There's levels to this.
There was a tenure. There was a time. If you look at my life timeline, there is a string of about 4 years, bro. It was all Gladwell. It was all Gladwell.
Brilliant guy. Outliers.
Tipping Point.
Just.
Bro, even his podcast. I listened to the first 2 seasons of his pod. Mm-hmm. Bro, my man as
the type of storytelling
crazy.
Is insane.
Crazy. Like, and he is prolific as a writer, in my opinion. Like, top tier, top 5 modern authors, period. Yeah. Fiction, nonfiction, I don't care. Top 5 that are alive, I don't know, but top 5 in the.
And it took, when he put a book together, it took him years to put a book together.
But that's how it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Like, he has a research team because his books are meant to make impact.
Yeah.
To challenge how you think. Yo, if y'all haven't read a Malcolm Gladwell book, okay, what book, Larry, would you suggest be their first Malcolm Gladwell book? I got one in mind, but I want to hear from you first.
Wow, Outliers, for sure. That's probably his top performing book. But we're gonna make this all about everything but Joni.
Joni don't deserve it. Joni, we know you done lied, sis. It ain't the first or the last time. Okay? We know you done lied. Hey. Okay. Outliers, yes. Have you read Blink?
Yeah. That was fun too.
Ooh, that thing is fire. Blink, Tipping Point, David and Goliath.
Yes, that was awesome. That was great.
Shando. David and Goliath, bro. That book, like, if you need that boost of like encouragement that's not like super like God's gonna do it, that has like some sprinkle of statistics and some like, ooh. Hey, look, I know we geeking out, but to be a leader, you gotta be a reader, okay? Even if it's audiobooks. Bro, there's so many.
Now his audiobooks are like, he's creating some of his books now as like audio experiences where he's he's doing like real interview, like he's just his mind's on another level. I remember an interview with him and Jakes.
Saw that too.
And Jakes was like, I forgot what they were talking about. And Jakes was like, yeah, one of your books is like worth 10 of mine. So
but that's fast though. He literally has a team of grad students or undergrad students like research these things, bring it to him, compile it, and formulate the book. Bro, it's amazing. Wonderful author. But Tipping Point was,
I would say between Tipping Point and Outliers. Those are probably the top 2.
But I like Blink too, though. And David and Goliath is super underrated in my opinion. I don't hear enough people talk about David and Goliath. I'm sorry.
I mean, all his stuff is fire. And I think I think he's coming out with a revision of Tipping Point as well.
Yeah, I haven't read that yet. He came out with it last year. Revenge of the Tipping Point.
Where he challenged a lot of his previous work. But anyway,
I want to check it out. Bro, I'm sorry we geeked out. Hey, Joni, man, we know you. We know you did what you did when you did what you did. You spent $100,000 of the church's money, probably, right, to buy your book and then give it away to the people who are partners, who are committing to give every month. Because I mean, that would be like me as an entrepreneur. That would be the thinking. I'm not saying she did it, but that would be the thinking. Like, okay, I have an organization that has supporters. I'm writing a book. My supporters support me and my mission. My book is about my mission. So why don't I have my organization buy 5,000 copies and give it for free to the people who are partnering up with me? And bada bang, bada boom, you're a bestseller. Vroom.
All right, let's see what happens. What's up, Level Up community? Larry here, and I've got some big news. Next Level Media Marketing is back and ready to help you craft your perfect message to attract customers and get paid. At Next Level, we've worked with hundreds of organizations to help them clarify their message and grow their business. And I don't just talk about this. I am a StoryBrand certified guide, meaning I use a proven system to make your brand stand out and drive real results. To celebrate our relaunch, I am doing something crazy. For the last week of February only, I'm offering 20 people 90% off my Next Level messaging package. If you have a business or organization, I will personally craft your offer and help you reach your ideal customer. With this package, you'll get an ideal client discovery pack, so you're going to know exactly who your customers are, a one-liner, a brand script and tagline, and a website wireframe. And the best part, you will receive everything in just 14 days. This pack is designed to help you communicate with your clients in a way that gets results. But here's the catch. This offer ends at 11:59 p.m. on February 28th, and I'm only taking 20 people. Once it's gone, it's gone. If you're ready to take your brand to the next level, click the offer link below and let's get started. It's time to level up.
Laura Lynn, let's look at this interview here. Now, I'm going to stop the video from time to time because even though Laura Lynn is my friend, I still want to stay within the YouTube guidelines for fair use. So I'm going to stop it just a few times. But listen to this. She's interviewing someone here, and she talks about going down to the mailroom. And I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to this.
Thing for me to learn that. But then fast forward, I remember one day a friend of mine down in the mailroom was up in my office with me, and they were lamenting the fact that the mailroom was just full, top to bottom with books of hers. And I said, gosh, did they get that many orders? Like, why do they have so many books there? And they said, no, they don't have those orders. The Daystar bought them to get her on the bestsellers list. And I think,
what in the world? What in the line to get some friends? What in the world? What do you mean buying the book so she could be on the new? Y'all see, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So you mean to tell me that Joni and Marcus and them, because I'm believing it was Joni just wanting to be known because then nobody know it, out there like, we're going to do something to get on that list. I need a checkbook, though. I need a checkbook. I want you to write a check, and what we going to do? We're going to go to Walmart. We're going to go to Sam's. We're going to go to Rent-A-Center. We're going to go to AutoZone. We're going to go to O'Reilly's, and we're going to order the book, right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to order the book, and what's going to happen is that all these songs that we're buying are going to equal up to something that gets us on the list. I believe that they use this level of foolishness to get on there. This is crazy. Go on, talk to us.
I think they were going for the Wall Street Journal bestseller list. But anyways, I was just shocked by that.
I'm shocked with you. I'm sitting here like, what in the line of people is going on here? What in the fraud for Christianity is going on here? What in the I'm just lying just because I feel like lying?
Oh, she got on the Wall Street bestseller list. That's like the tier below New York Times.
Oh, well, they have all these books just laying around. And that's what I'm saying. Look, That's how the bestseller game is run. If you're trying to be known and you're not known and you know you're not going to sell these books, that's what your publisher or whoever's representing you is going to want you to do, is find a way to sell these books.
This ain't it, man. Like,
I'm trying to find out what the bestseller
she already
is.
but they already had the platform, so they could have just promoted it on the platform.
But nobody want it, bro.
That's sad.
Yeah, Wall Street Journal is between 3,000 to 5,000 and within a single week, as opposed to the New York Times.
Yeah,
New York Times is 5 to 10.
Let's see what else they got to say, and we'll wrap this up.
Okay, what in the grifter in full view is going on here? What in the fraud before God's people is going on here? Okay, I'm gonna stop. But go ahead.
I couldn't believe. I mean, that's just very deceptive.
Girl, that's more than deceptive. That's fraud. Well, fraud means deception. But in the Bible, though, is it just fraud? Or do we got to look at some other things here? Let's see. Because the Word of God says in Proverbs 12 and 22, the Lord detests lying lips, but He delights in people who are trustworthy. I think the Bible said it, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I also think in Luke 12, 1 through 2, it says, be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed or hidden, that will not be made known. Could it be?
Ooh, he carving her up, boy.
Why he had to go past the leash on her? Man,
Yo, and I just gotta say, Brother Leach, this thumbnail right here, with your it is so,
death.
That is so clean.
This right here, this motion right here.
Hey, brother, clean.
By that action, bro.
There's levels. We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
You're doing your thing, brother. I salute you. But yeah, man, I don't think we need to see anymore, man. Look, that's what the people do. If you don't really have a name,
I even heard there was a podcast that came out, the Rise and Fall of Mars Hill.
I remember Mars Hill, bro. That Mars Hill was big, bro.
Mark Driscoll over in Seattle. They talked about how his church just like crashed and everything after just a bunch of stuff, and that was something that he did too with his book. Basically, tried to get it. There was like a publishing company that would buy up a bunch of them just like that to get them on the New York Times. It's just wild, bro.
I told you this is normal practice in the space of authors who are not known.
Not really authors, because we know about like
personalities.
Sermon the book, whatever. They'll take the sermon and turn it into a book and stuff like that. But if that's not really how people know you, you may not be able to get unless you have. I don't know. You think there's other people, other preachers who do the same thing? Like, you think Joel Osteen does the same thing?
Joel is known now, but in the beginning, he probably did it. He probably did it in the beginning. But now, Jake said he did it. But he didn't do it to be New York Times bestseller. He had his books in the back of his trunk that he was hustling. Yeah. He would go to a church, preach, and had the books in the back. Like, when I grew up, preachers did that. Like, because you go, if you're evangelizing, back in the day, you get paid in our area anywhere between like $250 to $500. But when you calculate the cost of, if you're just driving around, going to different churches, and the church didn't fly you out, if you didn't get flued out, then you got to absorb those costs of driving around they'll probably put you up somewhere. But a book was a way for you to increase your income. And I've bought a couple of books from evangelists that were, small, but really helpful and had some good things in there.
I heard Leach, I don't know if it was this episode, but he talked about doing that, where he would write book, where he would get he would get invited to preach, and he would just say, "Hey, let me sell my book."
Yeah.
So that's a normal thing. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But it don't sound like, because sister Joni ain't no real preacher. It just sounded like she wanted to be a New York Times best-selling author.
Some people just want to have that title of author in there. by their name.
I guess it builds. I don't know what it does.
World-renowned speaker, author, and a woman of God. Da 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 da. You know what I mean?
She was trying to get a little. She was trying to get some ladies conference gigs or something. Trying to get on Thou Art Loose. Trying to get on the.
Not Thou Art Loose.
Woman Thou Art Loose.
Thank you. Dang. Yeah.
Boss. But anyways, that sounds about right, Joni. That sounds like something Joni would do.
Some people ask me, Leo, what is your day job? All right, I'm a real estate broker, real estate investor. And you're asking, how come you guys haven't been putting up all these episodes? It's my fault. It's on me. I have been here trying to set up our next Airbnb. And I say that to say, if you guys are interested in learning about Airbnb, about real estate investing, let me know. Click the I'm interested button, put in your information, because if you are, I am willing to give you some free information to get you started, because that would have saved me a lot. A headache, a lot of heartache, and a lot of money. All right. Again, sorry we haven't been posting as many episodes, but if you're interested in doing Airbnb or real estate investing in general, please hit me up. Look, let me give you a quick. All right, we got our first guest checking in tomorrow, so I'm doing last minute touches. I'm too hands-on, right? I am. I'm too hands-on. We're doing our last minute touches on this property here before our guest comes. All right. Y'all let me know.
And all these people coming out, oh my gosh, it was so deceptive.
Bro, it's part, like, if you don't know the literary game, you would probably see that as deceptive. But it's common practice. Now, it could still be common practice and be deceptive. It can, but it's not out of left field. People do this. And the smaller independent publishers, a lot of times they'll tell you, if they don't come to you and say, hey, I'll give you X amount to write a book, which is typically how publishing deals go, is, hey, I'll give you this amount of time, this amount of money as in advance for you to write this book.
Yeah.
If it's not like that and you just want to write a book and you approach a publisher will run the idea, but they'll typically ask you to commit to especially a smaller publisher, ask you to commit to purchasing a certain number of copies. But not anymore, not in the age of AI and because you could write a book and you could have your book published and bound in order one copy at a time. One copy at a time.
Or just like do an ebook on Amazon. Yeah. And then
there's a website where you can get like a single copy. I'm not gonna big them up because we ain't getting sponsored. We supported by y'all. We're not getting sponsored. We ain't gonna name that dog.
Speaking of sponsored, hey y'all, hey. We got a Venmo and a Cash App. We got a Venmo and a Cash App. It's we'll put it up on the screen. But hey,
you passing out the collection plate?
if you want to be a blessing,
start pressing. Hey,
listen,
man.
Hey, we this is something we do for fun, but we also got business. Like you saw, I got some stuff I'm doing with my agency now. I put my video out here. Hey, if anybody out here, and then Brother Leo got his Airbnb situation. Y'all support. Show some support. You know what I mean?
Support how you can.
Exactly.
We just love doing this. Support however way you can. There are some people who are asking to support. There's some people who's already sent donations. We appreciate you. And we wanted to make it a little bit easier to facilitate that transaction if it's on your heart. If not, we good.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you want to bless us, thank you. But we not asking, we need to pay the mortgage this month. We ain't there. But we know that some of y'all want to support, and we want to create an avenue for you to do that.
Wild. Anyway, yep. This is the stuff we're going down, and this is just normal Daystar disaster going on. Anyways, y'all, let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
Until next time.
Peace.